You know, West Michigan still has plenty of snow and ice on the ground, and protecting our four-legged friends is a top priority. From the dangers of road salt to the higher risk of them getting lost, say during a snowstorm, we're sharing some vital winter safety tips this morning.
Yeah, we are joined by Winnie from the Humane Society of West Michigan and Mike from the Mike Morse Law Firm to break down how to keep your pet safe this time of year. And Winnie, we've had this conversation before. There are lots of dangers that come with our cold weather here this time of year.
Yes, especially in Michigan, you know, temperatures can drop very suddenly. We can have a lot of snow, we can have a lot of ice. So there's some really easy safety tips you can do to keep your pet safe during this time of year. One, the easiest, if it's too cold for you, it's probably too cold for them. So if you have a dog that needs to go outside and take potty breaks, try to keep those as short as possible. Also, when they come back into the house, make sure you're getting all of that snow off of them, especially if there's salt mixed in. Not all salt, actually most of it is not pet safe. So you want to make sure you're getting it off of them. Also, animals are much higher likely to get lost if there is a snowstorm. So you should never let them off leash. Make sure that everything is still fenced in. Snow hasn't made a hole in your fence or anything like that. And also, one that we unfortunately see a lot is people will leave salt out kind of by their door, maybe antifreeze, and animals can get into that a lot. So make sure that all of those products are up, they're safe, they're away from your pets and your kids too.
And then, that's important information. That road salt is that is definitely something that I'm guilty of sometimes, leaving that bucket open right there. Mike, thank you for sponsoring Friday's Friend, Mike Morse Law Firm, and your love of animals and your love of is not just lip service. I mean, you've actually gone out on trips and seen some of the travesties some of these animals go through.
I go out Michigan Humane in Detroit, and we see some bad stuff. And some dogs that are left outside in the cold without food, without shelter. The beautiful thing about the Humane Societies, both in Detroit and here in Grand Rapids, are they offer free services, right? They're not looking to take the animals away from homeowners. They want to help, and everybody needs to know that. They will drop off a free shelter for your animal if you need it, a free doghouse, free straw, food. They have food pantries here in Grand Rapids for free, discounted medical care, all the things to keep the animals with the homeowners. That's what they want, to keep the families intact. And I learned that in the last few years, and that's a reason I'm a huge supporter of the Humane Societies here in Michigan, because they do such good work.
Absolutely. Well, and talk about your passion for animals in general, you know.
I've had two dogs in my life. Shadow was my first dog from Michigan Humane, and Jessie is from Michigan Humane. They're the love of my life. They're the love of my daughter's lives. They FaceTime with my dog every single day, multiple times, and there's just nothing better than an adopted dog. These are the most loyal, smart animals. They're so much different than a bought, breeded dog, I'm sorry to say. I definitely have a prejudice for rescue animals.
Well, the favorite breed is adopted, right?
Right.
Or foster. You know, those are our favorite breeds. We love to see that. Talk about, I'm sure you see the same thing at the Humane Society of what he sees when he's going out to these homes.
Absolutely. So we call it in the shelter world intake diversion. So if we can keep animals in loving homes in the nicest way possible, we don't want to have them come into the shelter environment. So if we can do food through our food pantry, if we can do low cost or free veterinary care, microchips, vaccines, if we can offer temporary emergency housing if someone is temporarily homeless, they had a medical emergency, or they're leaving a domestic violence situation, we can house animals safely for a period of time to try to keep them in the loving home. So we're here if animals need to be surrendered to the shelter, but if we can do something to keep them with a loving family, I can speak, you know, all the Humane Societies, we're here to help.
Absolutely. I love that. And what a great message to everyone out there to contact your Humane Society if you need that help, because they want to help you and help keep these animals safe and healthy. Mike, you gonna get a third dog right here?
I did send some video of this one to my daughter. Like, who the heck is that, Dad?
Denali is a good-looking puppy.
These are good pups, I can tell.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, thanks again for being here. The Mike Morse Law Firm is Michigan's largest injury law firm. You can learn more at 855-MikeWins.com, or you can call that number on your screen, 855-861-0969. We'll be right back with Friday's Friend.